Senator Peters, please.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. LaPlante, in your opening statement and in your written testimony, you identified the need to tap into the private sector's innovation by lowering barriers to doing business with the Department of Defense, particularly for small businesses. In your view, let the committee know, what do you believe is the proper balance between the untapped resources, such as small businesses, non-traditional commercial firms and startups, and proven defense industries that can continue to deliver world-class systems for war fighters? We have a lot of elements there. What's the proper balance?
Thank you for the question, Senator. I would look at it this way, Senator. I think, as I understand it, we want the widest amount of competition possible. We want all of those elements there. Any part of that portfolio you just described, whether it's small business, startups, or main defense contractors that are getting out of the business, is bad for us. So the real question about the balance is we want competition. We want competition not just for its own sake, but it will drive better behavior. We also have to make sure that if you're a traditional defense contractor and you're a prime, that you shouldn't get complacent. That if in fact there is a new entrant, small business or startup that can do your job, you will be competitive with them, and it's going to drive better behavior. That's the way I would look at it.
Mr. Plant, in my committee assignments, I serve as chair of Homeland Security and Government Affairs. I'm a member of the Commerce, Science, and Transportation Committee, and of course, the member of the Armed Services Committee. So I'm frequently working on concepts that address kind of the crossroads between industry, Department of Defense, as well as general government accountability. And in many instances, these concepts all intersect in my state of Michigan. As you know, there's significant industrial capacity, and they are also continually engaging with academic institutions to research and develop new materials, new technologies, systems, all the things we need for the future warfighter. And given the significant role that Michigan plays in support of defense acquisition and sustainment, I would like to invite you to join me in Michigan to witness firsthand some of our current operations and discuss how we can meet these needs. So my question to you is, if confirmed, and after you have a few months to settle into your position, if confirmed, will you commit to visiting Michigan to see firsthand how acquisition and sustainment needs and partners in industry could be beneficial?
Senator, absolutely.
Right. Thank you. Mr. Raven, Mr. Putin's unlawful and immoral invasion of Ukraine has reminded many in Washington of the enduring need for the United States to maintain and to deploy effective missile defense systems all across the globe. The Navy currently operates the Aegis Ashore site in Romania and is constructing a site in Poland. There have been some concerns within the Navy, though, that the operating of a land-based version of the Aegis system consumes some valuable personnel and funding resources that might be better spent elsewhere in the Navy. My question for you, Mr. Raven, do you believe there's a right balance between maintaining an effective naval component to missile defense while also ensuring the Navy has the resources to perform its core missions every day?
Yes, Senator. And first, let me share my thoughts for the people of Ukraine who are fighting for their democracy against this unparalleled aggression against them. In terms of those missile defense sites that you're referencing, if confirmed, I intend to work closely with the Missile Defense Agency to make sure that our allies are defended, but also go deeper and understand the resourcing requirements for those versus other Navy priorities.
Right, thank you. And also, Mr. Raven, to continue with the theme of resource constraints on the Navy in the midst of introducing a host of new platforms and technologies to the fleet. These include the Constellation-class frigates, which I would add very proudly are built by Michigan workers in the shipyard of Marionette, just across the border in Wisconsin, as well as Ford-class carriers, unmanned surface vessels, Columbia-class submarines. And since you come from an appropriations background, I know you realize, I know I realize that you have extensive experience in funding these programs. But if confirmed, how will you help ensure that the Navy is able to efficiently and effectively integrate these new platforms at an operational level?
Senator, thank you for that. In terms of the integration of new capabilities, I think the Navy is looking at a mix of both capacity and new capabilities to deliver those what's needed by our sailors. And in terms of those new platforms, I look forward to working closely with the CNO and others to make sure that the capabilities of those exciting platforms are delivered.
Great. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Senator Peters.